what, and I can't stress it enough, the fuck? Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something that I haven't done before, but I'm really excited. I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do something summery, even though I have exams. So I came up with an idea. I asked you guys on Twitter, which books do you want to see? Like, do you want to see thrillers? Do you want to see love stories? And I took these categories and I chose some books, not to recommend you to read, so that maybe we can read them together this summer. And it's going to be my hot bisexual summer book list, because I'm bisexual, it's fucking hot, I want to read. Let's start with No Thoughts, Only Vibe. I think I've got the perfect book for it. I have been on a binge of Anne Carley's video because I think she's awesome, and her favorite writer is Sally Rooney, and I've got here Normal People. I picked this for No Thoughts, Only Vibe because the summary gives you nothing, so no thought, but the vibes that this book gives me just with the cover are like unparalleled. This book talks about apparently two people who are really attracted to each other in a mysterious way but cannot seem to get together. Is this it? Because the synopsis tells me nothing. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to Sally Rooney because this is my first book by her. Next, I've got Cottagecore Lesbians Against Capitalism. I love this. I love this because I know which writer I'm going to pick. What I'm going to recommend for myself is Fair Play by Tove Jansson, who is also the creator of The Moomins, which I love so much. Tove Jansson is like who I want to be as a person growing up forever. So she was born in Helsinki and then she became an artist. She had relationships with men and women and philosophers and other artists, and then she met her forever partner, who was, I think, another artist, and these two women went to live on a cottage together. So Fair Play kind of mimics their story. So Tove Jansson lived with her partner for 40 years together, I think, and this book is about two women, two artists that are really different. Their characters really clash with each other, but they go and live together in a cottage. Like, I love this so much. I love this so much, and I love Tove Jansson so much because she was like the most anarchist against fascism, against capitalism, and she was like my sapphic fairy godmother because I love the women so much, and I feel like they radicalized me a lot growing up. And following that, a book to make me feel that shot of serotonin, because I've got none. Another Tove Jansson book. I'm sorry, this is the Book of Summer, or Il Libro dell'Estate. This follows not two women, but a family that lives in a Icelandic island, and sort of their relationship with each other, especially the protagonist, who is a little girl, and her grandmother. And it's apparently very soft and sweet. It's a very happy book. I think like that serotonin is guaranteed. So next I have Be Gay, Do Crime, which I have the perfect recommendation. It's not really that gay, but the do crime part, it's also like the perfect book if you want to read about platonic relationships and strong friendships. I'm going to recommend a whole series for which I have finally, after like 10 years, the last book. This is Hive Bloodline by Mark Walden. All the fans of the Hive series have been waiting so long for this book, almost as much as Patrick Rothfuss for the third book in that series. And I have it in my hands, and I am so happy, even though the edition is like so different from all my other books. I have it in my hands. My childhood dream was to have this book in my hands. I used to carry the first book everywhere I went. So this series is about a really secretive high school in which kids from all over the world that have the potential to become crime lords in the future. They bring these kids to this secretive island where the school is located, and they bring them up to study like war theory and how to be a good strategist so that they can then be placed in a high power places and govern the world. It is so fucking cool, and the writing is fantastic, and the characters, there's a group of characters that really doesn't want to be in the school, and the protagonist is this kid who has white hair called Otto, and they plan a heist to escape. It's so fucking, it's like the coolest series I've ever read, and it pains my heart that nobody talks about this on BookTube. It's one of my favorite series ever. Then something to bring me back to 2016. I don't have a context for this, but I recently received in the mail, well, not received, it's not like somebody got me this book. I got myself this book. I've got Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater, the sequel to Call Down the Hawk, and the companion series of the Raven Cycle, which I really liked. This series is, however, very different. And even though everybody hates the cover, I kind of like this. I fucking hate the title. Mr. Impossible is a cringeworthy title. I hate this. This series follows the character Ronan and tangentially also Adam from the Raven Cycle, and also some new characters, and it's all about the dreamers in that series, because if they dream things, they can bring them back to real life. It's all sorts of cool. This series is kind of weird because it's like the things that happen are very like fast-paced, high action, but the writing is so whimsical and slow. So there's this clash of styles, which is very bizarre to read, but I'm still like I'm really invested in this series. Somebody asked for pain, like just pain. And I've got a perfect recommendation for you because I've recently watched a movie called The Golden Spectacles. It has got like gay icon Rupert Everett. I love the movie. It's also really, really sad. So of course I got the book. This is Gli occhiali d'oro di Giorgio Bassani. This is a novella about the Italian city of Ferrara. Because we are like just before the break of World War II, so there's this really anti-Semitic feeling going through Italy. So there's this parallel between this gay doctor and this Jewish kid, and they both feel this deep loneliness because nobody wants them anywhere. So the gay doctor is outed and nobody trusts him anymore to be a doctor, and the Jewish kid, everybody knows he's Jewish, and so he is like kicked out of university, and they find in one another a sort of kinship. The movie is really sad, so I think the novella is going to be just as sad. Someone asked for something to make me feel like I have a heart again. So, On Earth We Were Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Wong. Everybody really loves this book. It's a memoir told in letter form from Little Dog, the protagonist, to his mother, and he basically tells her all his life, everything that happened. He reconstructs the history of his family coming to the United States. And just reading the synopsis, I know this is going to be like really, really sad, and it's going to make me feel some things, because just in the synopsis, something that it says it happens is so aggravating, so terrible. And I'm like, this book is going to shatter my heart. But if it shatters, then it means that it was there. So, oh, okay, this is one of my favorites. Sci-fi sapphics. No plot, just sapphics. I don't know if this book has got no plot. Somebody told me that it was just like vibes. Again, like scientific vibes. This fucking ugly copy, it's so ugly, the Italian copy, it's so ugly. This is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I've seen a lot of people who really enjoy sci-fi really enjoying this book, and I trust it. That's it. The synopsis of this book really reminds me of Star Trek, which is a good thing, because if you've been on my channel for like 2 videos, I love Star Trek. This book is apparently all about exploration and interaction with different alien species, and I love this. I love alien species and like galaxies exploration and learning about new worlds. It's one of my favorite things. This, I think, could be one of my favorite sci-fis ever if it's written the way that I want it to be written. Okay, no, maybe I lied. This is my favorite. What? And I can't stress it enough. The fuck? This is House of Leaves by Mark Danielewski. If you want a synopsis of this book, I've got none. I don't know. This is kind of like a haunted house, and it's a story about a story about a story. That's all that I know. No, wait, I also know another thing. There's this book. It's fucking weird. What the fuck is this? It goes, I don't know, man. Pretty freaking weird. I really want to read this, and I wanted to make it an experience. So if you're interested, I'm going to do a vlog. So let me know in the comments. Apparently this is one of the scariest books out there. Like, it messes with your head. I don't really get scared with books. It's more my imagination that gets me scared after I've read the book. But with books it's harder, with movies a lot easier. This has the potential to spook me out, and I love a good summer spook. And the last one, God, I love this. A little stabbing never killed nobody. The title of this is a mouthful, but it's really cool, I think. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, in Italia, Come uccidere le brave ragazze, which is basically the same thing. So this is a mystery in which one of the popular girl in the school apparently commits suicides, but another girl that is called, I feel like it's called Pippa Fitz-Amobi, doesn't believe that at all, and she believes that she got murdered, and there's a whole mystery about it. I love a good like high school murder plot because I think those are so much fun. This is my hot bisexual summer book recommendation for myself and yourself. If you want to read some of these books with me, you're like welcome to do so. I'm going to do some vlogs in which I read some of these books, especially House of Leaves, because that's like the most interesting, I think. And I hope you all have a good summer. Mine is going to be really terrible because I've got lots of exams, which is exciting. Yay, in the summer. But as always, I hope you had fun. And I hope you checked out in the description. There are some very important links, some places where you can like sign petitions, donate if you have the means to. But like, it's really important that you go and check out those links. Also, happy Pride Month. I haven't said this. I feel like I haven't. But yeah, happy Pride Month to whoever you are. Also, socials, I have them. If you want to connect with me, I've got a Twitter, it's down below. It's a fun time there, lots of like bisexual memes and Italian hand gestures, because I read a lot of terrible books and I get mad about it. I also have a Goodreads if you want to see what I'm reading, and also an Amazon wishlist if you want to see what I'm planning on buying. But I don't actually use Amazon, don't worry. And as always, I hope you have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye! Bye!